Warm water on demand, lower energy bills, and a season that stretches weeks longer. That's what the right pool heater delivers. But not all heaters are created equal. In this countdown from 7 to 1, each pit gets a hands-on style breakdown of real-world heating performance, energy use, installation experience, and durability, so you can match the heater to your pool size, climate, and budget. Expect clear pros and cons, especially for the first 2 entries, and steadily stronger options as we approach the top 2 Hayward gas powerhouses that bring fast speed to heat for larger pools and hot tub level recovery. 7. Poolcomft PLC50. The PLC50 sits in that compact 110 to 120 volt heat pump category. Many above-ground owners look at first because it plugs into standard power and promises efficient heat via an air-to-water cycle rather than burning gas. In practice, the appeal is obvious. Lower operating costs in mild weather and whisper-quiet running compared with gas burners. Thanks to a small compressor feeding a corrosion-resistant heat exchanger design similar to other budget mini heat pumps. Out of the box, these compact units are easy to place and route with basic 1.25 to 1.5-inch connections, and the digital display makes it simple to target a temperature and walk away. When ambient air is warm and humid, the PLC50 class heat pumps sip energy and nudge a small pool toward 82 to 86 degrees Fahrenheit over a day or two, which is a great outcome for weekend swims and shoulder season comfort. However, there are 2 realities to keep in mind. First, the effective BTU output of these 110 to 120 volt minis is limited. They're best for smaller volumes, think splash pools or compact above-ground setups, rather than anything approaching 8,000 to 10,000 gallons, where you'd want 25K to 55K BTU and up. Second, all air source heat pumps lose punch as air temps dip, and the budget models feel that drop sooner, stretching warm-up times in cool mornings or dry climates where humidity isn't helping heat transfer. Noise is low, but not zero. You'll hear a gentle fan hum and compressor thrum, which is acceptable at 50-ish dB ranges, often quoted on similar units, but placement still matters near patios and bedroom windows. 6. Aquastrong Pool Heater. Aquastrong's heat pump line is popular with DIY-minded owners because it combines higher BTU options, often around the 75,000 BTU mark, with app controls and a straightforward display that shows inlet and outlet temps, so you can literally watch the delta as the unit works. Field users highlight that with a medium pool, for example roughly 32 feet by 18, the heater can extend the swimming season by 3 to 4 months when paired with proper electrical and set-and-forget scheduling. Installation is where the first gotcha appears. The larger Aquastrong units want a dedicated hardwired circuit, typically 220 to 240 volt, on a double pole breaker, and correct grounding, running 12-gauge conductors to a disconnect and positioning the unit on a stable pad are necessary steps that some homeowners will prefer to hand off to an electrician. The good news is that once wired, the controls are intuitive, and mobile app toggling makes it easy to pre-warm before weekends. In use, Aquastrong's output feels solid for its class. Watching outlet 81 degrees Fahrenheit versus return 78 degrees Fahrenheit in real time, then seeing the pool climb day by day, is gratifying, and it underscores how heat pumps excel at steady, economical maintenance rather than sudden spikes. For mild to warm climates, that translates to long, comfortable seasons and a lower utility profile than gas. A quirk some owners mention: use safety interlocks registering as faults when the circulation pump is off. It's a protective behavior, not a failure, and can be addressed with settings after confirming proper flow. Varpoolfaye Pool Heater, Compact 16K BTU Class. Varpoolfaye's compact heat pump models target small pools up to about 5,000 gallons, pairing a titanium heat exchanger with a quoted max 16,000 BTU output, heating from roughly 59 to 104 degrees Fahrenheit, and even offering cooling down to the 40s for shoulder season balancing. That dual-mode versatility is surprisingly handy during late summer when water can feel too warm. Toggling to cool gives back that brisk, refreshing feel. A standout here is quality of life, Wi-Fi control, timer scheduling, and quiet operation around the 50 dB mark, which reads as a soft background fan rather than a presence you have to talk over. The included DN32 to 38mm connectors and a long power cord help first-time installers route plumbing without a hardware store scramble. Performance is very much right-sized. On a 10 to 15 feet above-ground pool with a solar cover, gradual ramps of a few degrees per day are realistic in 70s to 80s ambient air, holding set points nicely for weekend use without breaking the bank. The stated COP of roughly 4.3 aligns with the typical heat pump advantage. Move heat from the air rather than making it, and your energy dollars go further. Durability notes include a titanium exchanger to shrug off salt and mineral conditions, and added sound damping that's welcome near decks. Still, capacity is capacity. If you're over 5,000 gallons or want rapid morning recoveries, step up to Varpoolfaye's larger BTU siblings or to a bigger brand's 50K plus BTU pump. Varpoolfaye Pool Heat Pump, larger BTU lineup. Move up the Varpoolfaye range and you'll find 27K, 30K, 35.1K, and even 40K BTU configurations intended for larger above-ground or small in-ground pools, keeping the same titanium internals, multi-season heating-cooling modes, and Wi-Fi scheduling that made the compact unit appealing. For many families, this is the practical middle ground between tiny plug-ins and full 55K, 100K BTU Pro-Class heat pumps. Stepping to 30 to 40K BTU materially shortens warm-up windows and improves shoulder season resilience. With a cover, you keep daytime gains overnight instead of surrendering them to evaporation. Quoted noise remains tame, and the engineering notes on efficient compressors and controlled flow mirror what's seen in the category's better performers. Installation still favors above-ground owners who want app control without gas plumbing. Expect standard unions and thoughtful packaging of connectors. For 110 to 120 V models, confirm amperage limits. When in doubt, a dedicated circuit is wise to avoid nuisance trips as compressors start. These mid-BTU units won't match 55K plus heavyweights in raw speed, but they do hit a cost-comfort balance, especially in warm or humid climates where heat pumps achieve excellent COP and deliver most of the year at modest operating cost. If your use case is routine family swims rather than last-minute spa temps, the trade-offs are attractive. Varpoolfaye also retains the cooling mode that's rare on gas heaters on sweltering days. That flips the script and adds real value. If you prize quiet, app control, and year-round flexibility over sheer brute force, this tier is compelling. FibroPool FH255. FibroPool's FH255 is a proven 55,000 BTU, 240V heat pump that has earned a place on many best-of lists by combining dependable output with energy efficiency and a robust titanium heat exchanger in a weather-resistant case. It's sized well for above grounds up to about 21 feet round or 15 feet by 30 feet oval, and small in-grounds up to roughly 10,000 gallons, which covers a huge slice of real-world pools. The appeal is straightforward. In suitable climates, the FH255 moves a lot of heat for the watts consumed, thanks to a properly engineered compressor and a well-designed exchanger path that's friendly to both fresh and saltwater. Owners also appreciate the simple, readable digital controls and the way the unit settles into a quiet, steady rhythm once plumbed into the filter loop. Third-party roundups consistently note the model's energy advantage versus gas, because it transfers heat from ambient air rather than burning fuel, which lowers operating costs for long holds in the 80s, ideal for families who swim frequently rather than occasionally blasting to spa temps. That aligns with how heat pumps are best used: set a target, cover the pool, and maintain. There are caveats. Like all air source heat pumps, the FH255 shines in humid, mild to warm air. In dry or chilly conditions, warm-up slows and energy use can creep up as the unit works harder to maintain set point. Some buyers also mention uneven experiences with shipping or support. though the product itself earns praise for heating performance and quiet operation. 2. Hayward W3H250FDN. When fast heat matters, cool morning, party at 5 p.m., gas wins. And Hayward's 250,000 BTU Universal H Series is the entry to that speed-to-heat world. The W3H250FDN is a natural gas, low-NOx unit with a cupro-nickel heat exchanger built to handle aggressive water chemistry and salt systems, and a forced draft combustion design that keeps performance steady regardless of wind. On setup, the flexible 2 inches by 2.5-inch CPVC unions and right-left side plumbing options simplify retrofit installs, while the digital LED control panel streamlines diagnostics and set point control. The hydraulic design can reduce required pump runtime by up to about 18%, an efficiency edge that helps offset fuel costs over a season. In use, the difference versus heat pumps is immediate. BTUs are delivered irrespective of ambient air temp, so recovery is quick after rain, at night, or in dry climates. Low NOx certification broadens eligibility in regulated regions, and cupro-nickel internals earn their keep in salt pools where lesser exchangers would suffer. For many mid-size in-ground pools and large above-grounds, 250 kBTU is a sweet spot. Electrical needs are minimal compared with heat pumps. Gas supply and venting clearances are the key planning items. Serviceability is strong. Hayward's long market presence means parts and know-how are widely available. If your swim style is on-demand warmth rather than slow maintenance rises, this is the step change you feel the same day you install. 1. Hayward W3H400FDN. For large pools or the fastest possible recovery, the W3H400FDN is the heavy hitter. 400,000 BTU of natural gas heat with the same low NOx emissions, cupro-nickel heat exchanger, and forced draft combustion found across the H series, scaled to the top of the lineup. It's purpose-built to slam big thermal loads, whether that's a 40K+ gallon pool, a high-demand spa spillover, or rapid pre-party warm-ups. The hardware is confidence-inspiring. Electronic ignition, 2x2.5 CPVC unions, polymer headers to reduce erosion at higher flow, and clearances defined for clean, safe installs. Specs call out wide operating headroom with min-max flow guidance, and the cabinet is built to live outdoors for the long haul. Product dimensions and weights reflect the power on board. Plan a solid pad and careful handling. Performance is what elevates this to the top slot. Big BTUs ignore ambient air headwinds and deliver predictable, rapid temperature rises, so you can manage water temps like a thermostat, not a forecast. In regulated areas, low NOx certification keeps the unit compliant, while the metallurgy keeps it resilient in salt systems that chew through lesser exchangers. Owners gravitate to Hayward here because of ecosystem familiarity. Plenty of technicians know these heaters inside and out, and parts availability narrows downtime if service is needed years down the road. With appropriate gas supply and ventilation clearances, the day-to-day experience is simple. Set the temp, enjoy heat on demand, and recover quickly after heavy use. Final thought. That's all for today, folks.